Hi everyone, so I've come down to plot 163B to do some maintenance. It's very much limits, recognising the limits aware at the moment in relation to what we're doing here, but just want to show you this. So this is our pond, and there was a load of grass and comfrey, etc., so all grown over, and I wanted to have a look to see how well it was doing. I was worried about it having evaporated, but actually it's doing okay. The levels are fine, and that just shows that all of this overgrowth here that's happened, the comfrey, the ragwort, the nettles, the bits of grass, have actually stopped that from dehydrating, evaporating rather is the word I'm looking for. And yeah, so that the benefit of, in really hot weather, of just leaving, so that's the pond just over there, of leaving some plants, grasses, whatever, just to overhang a little bit, especially in the weather with, the heat we have been having when it has been hot, can be really beneficial. And it saves maintenance as well, because it saves you, especially if you've got a pond on an allotment, it saves you having to fill it up all the time with the water that comes out of the troughs, which is tap water, which we don't really want to put in our ponds. So yeah, just wanted to show you that and what's been going on. So there you can just see there's a bit of sun coming through now, but that shouldn't be a problem. I won't cut any more back, I'll just leave it, because that's something I was quite worried about, but it's doing okay. And our medlars are doing really well. So this is a food forest system, and I already probably told you this already a few weeks ago, that yeah, I've been told off for letting it be so overgrown, but I've trimmed some of the paths. But when you look really close at it, if you were to come here now and just have a look at what we've got growing here, now there isn't much in the way of food production as such, but it depends what you define as food. I mean, we have this ginkgo tree growing here that you can use the leaves as a tea normally when it's dried out a bit, and there's supposed to be a pathway there, obviously overrun at the moment. And this knapweed just keeps coming back, and we do need to control it a bit so that we can get through, but generally we don't mind it. And the soapwort, or the Saponara officinalis, has just gone absolutely wild, which is great really. But this was our tree cabbage patch, and they all died, and we had a josterberry there, and we did have a pea tree, but I think they've all just gone. So a redesign, but a redesign also in the context of the limits and the things that have been happening for us. We're re-evaluating everything. We've got rid of the other allotment. We weren't really able to do with it what we wanted. We wanted people to be able to come and go. We weren't allowed to do that, so that had to disappear. And we have look, we have some fruit on the Denancy. I don't know enough about this, and that's probably gone a bit hard. I need to have a look into that. So I don't really know enough about this particular tree. But for a wildlife perspective, it's doing really well. It's doing absolutely beautiful. But can't get over there. And the willow that ever since we've had the allotment, we've coppiced that, pollarded that every year. But look how it keeps coming back. It's quite resilient, quite sturdy, but we do have to keep cutting it, because it just is too much. We actually can't get around the back of the shed now. And the apple tree has actually fallen over. Well, it's leant over probably with the weight of the fruit. So sometimes, yeah, you can leave things and let them just let them be, but we're talking about permaculture design, so it's about working with nature rather than against her. And we're definitely not doing anything against nature here, but we also want this to be a food-based system we can harvest, and we just haven't been down here. The daylilies are doing really, really well. Mugwort, which we'll use for making some smudge sticks. Lavender's doing well, that's spreading, that's going a bit too mad really. That needs to be trimmed back a little bit. I have to be careful because lavender doesn't really like a lot of cutting back. But yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to get down here soon. As I say, we're making changes to a lot of things that are happening at Wyld Edges. Please watch out for that, because again, we are a permaculture business. We are underpinned by the ethics and principles of permaculture, and we're using that design process, the thought processes, the holistic process behind that to reevaluate everything we're doing. So, sorry you can't see my face, but if I was to, I'll have to stop this, and I don't really want to stop this and start again. So I'm not that brilliant with IT, and I don't mind admitting it. So take care everybody, and speak to you soon. Bye.